All right, we're going to look at some adding and subtracting integer word problems. And the thing that can be a little tricky with these is knowing whether I need to write an addition expression or a subtracting expression. But something to help out is we're always going to use addition unless we are finding the change or difference. And we will actually see one of those words in the problem if we need to write it as subtracting. Otherwise, we're always writing it as addition. So let's look at two of these. Our first one says, a shark is swimming 128 feet below sea level. I'm going to underline below sea level because that's a key word, and below sea level means negative. So I'm going to go ahead and put a negative sign above it. It then descends another 23 feet to catch a fish. Well, descend is also a key word that means negative. So I'm going to underline that and put a negative sign above it. And I'm trying to find what is the shark's elevation after it descends. Well, I don't see the word change or difference, so I'm going to write an addition expression. So I'm starting with negative 128 because we found our key word below sea level meant negative, and then I'm going to add a negative 23 because descends was another keyword for negative. So I have negative 23. And since I'm adding two negatives, all I'm doing is combining all my negatives together. So I'm adding them up. So I have 128 plus 23. 8 plus 3 is 11. And 4 plus 1 is 5. And I just bring down my 1. So I have 151, but they're all negatives. So my answer is going to be negative. I'm adding them together and I'm keeping the sign the same. So my answer is negative 151 feet. All right, our second one says the temperature at 6 a.m. was 20 degrees. At 6 p.m., the temperature was negative 15 degrees. What was the change in temperature? Well, there's our keyword that we talked about earlier. Change is right there in the problem. So I know I'm going to be writing a subtraction expression. So the temperature starts at 20 degrees, and I want to write a subtracting expression since it says change. And then I'm subtracting my other number, which was negative 15. So 20 minus negative 15. Well, remember to subtract integers, I'm really just want to add the inverse or add the opposite. So I'm going to keep the 20, and then I'm going to add the opposite of negative 15 is positive 15. And 20 plus 15 is 35. So the change in temperature was 35 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, hopefully that helps you with your assignment. Remember, if you're always going to add unless it says the word change or difference.